The majestic Himalayas have long been a source of fascination for many. They have attracted writers, monks, pilgrims, tourists, and trekkers, including school children. But in recent years in India, this has also led to a massive tourism industry, which in turn has triggered a construction boom. There has also been a spurt in hydropower projects in mountain areas. Then in mid-June this year, the mountains, already under the impact of global warming and human development activity, struck back. India's increasingly erratic monsoon struck the Himalayan state of Uttarakhand a full fortnight early. By then, Chorabari Glacier, where Mandakini River originates, was already brimming with glacial melt. 3 days of incessant rains sent glacial and monsoon waters rushing down. They breached a local dam, and then the deluge started. It washed away people, buildings, roads, vehicles, and wiped out entire villages. There was death and destruction all around. Over 1,000 have died, and several thousands have been stranded, missing, or homeless. Pankaj Bhutan, who was visiting Gangotri with his family, was stranded on the way. Memories of what happened are still fresh in his mind.
हम लोग वहाँ जब चल रहे थे रास्ते में तो हमें देखा कि बारिश बहुत तेज हो रही है और जगह जगह स्लाइडिंग हो रही थी. जब वापस आए When we were going along the way, we saw it was raining heavily and land was sliding at many places. We decided to turn back but found that the way back was also blocked. There were broken rocks everywhere due to landslides. We had no means of knowing what happened as the power and our mobiles were off. There was no contact with anybody. सब हमारे बंद हो चुके थे. किसी से हमारा कांटेक्ट नहीं हो पा रहा था.
The worst hit was the area around the ancient Kedarnath temple. The temple, bruised but surviving, stood a mute witness to the devastation around. It took some days for relief teams to arrive because of the damaged roads and battering rain. It was also difficult for the rescue teams to locate many survivors who had fallen off into deep gorges or ravines or were simply washed away. Some lucky survivors were evacuated. The fate of the others, including some children, is unknown. There are concerns about similar environmental disasters in other hilly areas, which are also seeing a spurt in tourism and construction activities. Professor Mohammad Sultan Bhatt, head of the Geography Department at Kashmir University, offers a stark warning for the future. He says that similar environmental disasters will happen if steps are not taken to regulate tourism and development activities in the environmentally and ecologically sensitive Himalayas.
If we are not going to regulate our developmental activities, especially the heavy tourist infrastructure which is being created, we are preparing the instruments for the huge disaster which we cannot escape in the near future.
There is an age-old Sanskrit saying in India, Prakriti Rakshati Rakshata. It means nature protects if she is protected. The Himalayan tsunami of 16th June, as it has been described in India, is a grim reminder of the perils of forgetting this ancient wisdom.